So what do you do if you're super allergic to cats, but also you can't stop hugging them? I'm Mallory from AniMal Advice, and this is Libby. And here is some of our recommendations to helping you live with your cat allergies. So what even are allergies, besides stupid things that want to ruin our lives for no good reason? The answer to that would be super complicated to try and explain, and I don't even really understand it that well, so I'm not going to try. What I do know is that for some reason, my body has decided that whatever allergens most cats have in their saliva is something that they want me to die over. It's totally not fair. But what people are basically allergic to is allergens, and they're in the cat's saliva, and cats are very avid groomers. So every time the cat licks themselves, licks all of their hair, they're coating their hair in this saliva and then those allergens. And then their hair falls around your house and on your carpet and on your face, and your body freaks out and you get hives or you get itchy, or your immune system goes into overdrive and your eyes get swollen and red and itchy, blah, 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 blah. So a couple of things that I have found that help with that is, in relation to that the allergens are on the cat's hair, is to try and reduce the amount of hair that's just floating willy-nilly around your house. Don't shave your cat. Just don't do that. But what you can do is try and brush them frequently with a really good, I like to use the Furminator. I'm sure there's a lot of good other methods out there. There's gloves, rubber gloves that collect the hair as you pet them, basically. And then, I'm sure there's a lot of good brushes out there. But basically, if you can make yourself regularly remove the actual hair and throw it away instead of letting it get sprinkled around your apartment like cat glitter, for you to accidentally rub on your face, you'll find that you might end up with a little bit less of a reaction. Another thing that you can do is a lot of the things that get around your house too, like dead skin and dander and stuff. So helping reduce dander is something that's helpful. Cats aren't really big fans of baths, and I don't really think I would actually recommend bathing your cat all that often anyway. Probably just going to dry their skin out more than anything, and then that's going to cause more dander, which causes more allergies to float around in your world. But there's one thing that I have used that I like, and it's this spray. I found it's in the little bit of research I did, it's a pretty natural one, a pretty safe one, and you just kind of spray it and work it all throughout their coat, and you can even brush it at the same time, so that's a 2-for-1. Get to spray them and brush them. Does this always go well? No, it does not. But it is something that will help if you can make yourself do it. Another really important thing is physically removing the hair from the environment, physically removing the dander from the environment. Do I do this? No. Periodically, my mother comes over and vacuums my house, and that's probably the only reason I'm still alive, for a variety of reasons. One thing's for sure, I'm not doing myself any favors by not vacuuming more frequently. I'm just not that good at being an adult. So, vacuum your house, clean things, get the hair actually picked up. Another good thing that I don't do, that you could do if you wanted your life to be better, is don't let your pet, or your cat, I guess, sleep in your room. I haven't really warmed up to this idea yet. I would basically rather live with a runny nose and itchy eyes, and this glare on my glasses is really annoying, and red scratchy eyes and all of the horrible things that come with allergies, than ban my cat from my room. Not so much because I really want my cat in the room with me, but because if I shut my door at night when I go to bed, she would just sit out the door and scream and cry, and nobody would get any sleep. So I haven't really figured out how to do that one just yet. She's like, what the heck is that? This is the Furminator. Not promoting this particular brand, just the one I happen to have. but going through their coat just a couple of times, that's a lot of hair that's not floating around my house right now. I do this a few times a week. I'm sure my life would be even better if I did it more often than that. But much like exercise and sleeping well and eating vegetables, I'm not always that good at doing things that would make my life better. Anyway, you can see she doesn't really seem to care. Now, I don't get like a hour-long grooming session out of her. And so I try and do it as often as I can because holy crap, I get all this hair out every time. This is the stuff that wants me to die, so I'm gonna go throw it in the trash now. Constantly clearing my throat. It's just what I do. Just kind of gotten used to it. I'm allergic to everything, not just cats. So even though the allergist that I saw told me I should not have pets, and I also shouldn't work with animals, I just decided not to listen to them. And I'm not totally just making this up. So when I took the test, the blood test, anything that showed up over 0.3 in a result was considered positive to be allergic to the thing that they were testing you. And for cats, I was like a 37. And I also have asthma, so I really shouldn't be alive. But I am, and I like to think that the reason that I'm alive is because I do some of these things that I talked about in this video. And they're all really simple things, really pretty inexpensive things that you could go do today. One other thing that I'm going to mention, that I'll put some more info down in the description, is that there's a medication that you can use and you give it to the cat. So you give your cat medication for your own allergies on top of taking whatever allergy medications you already take potentially. And the drug is called Acepromazine. Now this is something that you have to get from your vet. This is a prescription and it's an animal-only drug. It's not something that you can find in the drugstores over the counter or bum off of somebody that you know. Don't do that. Don't do that anyway. Never do that. Probably should take that out. Anyway, yeah, I'll put some info, but you put it on their food, or some cases you can put it in their water. And on a very basic level, it neutralizes the allergen, one of the allergens that most people are very allergic to. And I can say I've had a lot of people in my life, growing up when we had pets, and then now the pets that I have, that come over and they freak out when they see that I have a cat because they're wondering why they're not like anaphylactically unable to breathe right now because they're super allergic to cats. So it may not be a solve-all, and it may not cure things completely, but I do think that using Acepromazine has definitely helped, and it's made my life, having animals and having my cat, be a lot more tolerable than it otherwise would be. And if you start Googling it and looking it up, you might freak out because it's technically a tranquilizer. Acepromazine is a drug class of tranquilizers, but the amount that you use is super duper low. So it's not going to affect your cat's behavior. It's not going to alter their moods. It's not going to make them tired all the time. Nothing like that. It's pretty darn safe because it's such a low dose. But another reason why it's prescription only, and it's something that you should talk to your vet about before giving it to your cat. But I would encourage you, if you are miserable and you live with allergies to your pets that you love a lot, at least with cats, talk to your vet about using the Acepromazine drug, and it just might change your life. Thanks for watching. I'm Mallory from AniMal Advice, and let me know in the comments if you have something amazing that you do that helps you live with allergies to your furry family members.